Eve.
What is it, Chip?
We don't have any money.
You don't have any money. I'm a computer program.
Negligible. I've been working my fingers to the goddamn bone at Pizza Hut, but these bills are just too fucking expensive. I've done the math. If we keep living here, and I keep delivering pizzas and don't find another job soon, then we will be effectively out of money in less than 1 solar year.
Well, strap on the leather miniskirt and get to town then.
You're not helping, Eve.
You could be a courier for the cartel or the triad. They're always hiring. You make pretty good money.
Yeah, or get shot.
Well, there's always life in the mines.
Yeah? And what happens when we come across some kind of ancient alien or occult artifact? We gotta get off this rock, Eve.
Okay, I've exhausted just about every avenue for employment for you. But there is one career path which I think you may resonate with.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Gay porn?
Having moved from a completely self-sufficient, trans-dimensional, catalyst, Jovian, extraterrestrially built research station to a studio apartment, I'm quickly running out of money. And you know the best way to make money? Sidequests!
Not gay porn?
Sidequests. At times, the determinant of a game's replayability have, in more recent years at least, become somewhat of a selling point in gaming.
I understand that there's going to be some bias here, and obviously I'm leaving out some great games with even greater side quests like The Witcher and Dark Souls, but I haven't played them because I can't afford them. Because I can't afford Red Dead Redemption and don't own a PS Triple, I'm going to go with the next best thing, what I would consider to be a precursor to Red Dead Redemption. Gun! Alright, I finally get to talk about this game. I remember when I rented it from my local Blockbuster back when that was still a thing and not just the ruins of an ancient, lost, primitive civilization. I was expecting the dirtiest, grittiest, sexiest Western I'd ever played. I got home and popped the disc in my GameCube and...
It was alright. Pretty fun, but definitely not the depraved crime adventure I expected/wanted. Even though there are parts where you cut the scalp off of corpses, the part where a guy gets his teeth pulled out by a pair of needle-nose pliers, as well as excruciating violence. But still, there were no boobs, and I wanted boobs. Regardless, this game has some terrific atmosphere and open world, challenging gameplay, and quick draw, which puts everything in slow motion. By the way, there's also side quests. No, I'm not talking about the hunting missions where you have to sneak up on some rare animal only to spook it so it runs away, or the Pony Express missions where you ride your horse to death only to not make it to town in time. It's probably fine.
I'm talking about the one occupation that I would want to have if I was in the Old West. Bounty hunter. Or town marshal. I can't actually remember which one it was. It's been a long time since I played this game. Roll the clip!
Alright, Shit-Tooth McGrin, or whatever your name is, I'm here to take you in. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. I think my favorite part about the bounty hunting mission is where Samus and Boba Fett show up at the Alhambra and just start raising hell.
Now let me tell you how I came up with this here list.
You ripped off Peanut Butter Gamer.
No, I thought about how, yeah, there are side quests in video games, durr, but then I thought, which side quests do I not only get excited about playing, but about playing the game for? Then this happened.
Aw, I'm playing Wind Waker. Yeah, so many side quests and islands to explore. Hey Goron salesman, wanna trade this flower for another thing for another thing? Hell yeah, there's a whole ocean out here. I'm gonna sail across the Great Sea and map every island. I'm gonna get the Shop Guru statue. I'm gonna plunder the subs. And I am going to water all of the plants.
And what am I gonna get after all that trading, sailing, plundering, and watering?
Oh, a piece of heart. A treasure chart, another treasure chart, a piece of heart.
All that sailing and warping and changing the direction of the fucking wind, all for just a piece of heart? Man, I wipe my ass with pieces of heart. Fuck this shit. I'm chagrined. It's time to camel walk all over your face. You know, after after a while of making YouTube videos, you may find that you keep talking about the same games in every video. Unless you're me.
So in order to avoid hitting the same marks and think outside of the box, I consulted the internet, and after extensive, thorough, in-depth research, I came across a little-known game for the Atari ST home computer by the name of Sundog Frozen Legacy. It has nothing to do with suns, it has nothing to do with dogs. It has everything to do with herding. Sundog was a sci-fi trading simulator, I guess?
Whatever, it was made in the 80s and takes place in space. I'm in.
Sunderp, frozen legalities. Joseph has died. Oh no, Joseph, say it isn't so, say it isn't so. Sunderp, step 1, make character. Let's see, just a few sliders and perfect. Nobody knows what dexterity does anyways. Step 2, party time. Sorry, Chip, you died of exhaustion, starvation, and general bad health.
Now hold on just 1 minute. Starvation? Definitely. Exhaustion? Absolutely. But poor health? I have an intense pre-show training regime.
Squeeze, 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 squeeze.
This game has side quests on it, but because I have it on emulator and trying to save it and figure out file paths and compatibility is like advanced particle physics, I couldn't actually get that far.
But just take my word for it, there's side quests. Guitar solo!
I'm not fucking around when I say that I've had the same Oblivion game going since 2012. I've never beaten it.
But then it holds a special place in my heart as a game that I can turn on at any time and just explore.
You may find yourself investigating some ancient ruins or chatting up the townsfolk, and then before you know it, you're off to the far end of Tamriel on a totally different quest. And hey, isn't that what this list is all about?
Let me tell you something. I'm a poor person, and I don't have any way of capturing my Xbox 360 footage onto my computer, and so rather than spend $75 on an HDMI capture card, I'm just gonna transfer my save files from this over to my computer because graphics! So the internet tells me that all I have to do is just take these save files and transfer it over to an external hard drive or floppy disk. This shouldn't be too hard. And while that's working, I'm gonna go in the kitchen and drink a tab. Join me, why don't you?
Chip, what are you doing?
Drinking a tab and waiting for the disk to reformat?
Did you use the pink flash drive?
Yeah, why?
Chip, that one had all your porn saved on it.
I promise that this will be the last time that I talk about Fallout New Vegas in this video. The thing about this game is that you get companions, kind of like in KOTOR, but after you pass level, 20, the game gets a little too easy.
Side quests in RPGs are interesting because oftentimes you'll chip away at smaller obstacles to gain experience and prep for the big main storyline missions. But fuck that! Big mountain!
Drop you in alone, naked and unarmed. Well, actually, they give you weapons eventually, after about 45 minutes of talking. Oh my god, shut up! This stopped being funny 10 minutes ago! What's out in Big Mountain? All reanimated corpses, skeleton astronauts, berserk Securitrons with missile launchers, Cazadors, Night Stalkers, Cyber Dogs, and the most terrifying of all, giant robot scorpions! Hey, shut up in there, will ya?
Anyone who doesn't like Mass Effect is a fucking misogynist.
I'm sorry, I really am. It comes as no surprise that Mass Effect has made its way onto numerous lists of mine. So naturally, when discussing the best side quests of all time, it inevitably means including one of the best games of all time, Mass Effect 2. The first game had its share of side quests, like running across the Citadel to talk to people. I like the one with the computer who's stealing credits for some reason. Or you have the missions where you're exploring frontier worlds like Elatania, or whatever the name of that planet was, where you find a random Prothean sphere, which you need a seemingly insignificant amulet that's it's randomly acquired through the consort at the Citadel that happened 10 million hours ago to unlock a text vision of a flashback or something that doesn't advance the game in any way but divulges more of the lore. Or the ones where there's a random ass pyramid with no explanation. I love that shit.
But I'm focusing on the side quests with a more defined narrative that help progress along the overarching story of the entire series, and the best game for this is Mass Effect 2. Now I gotta get my Mass Effect 2 disc so I can fuck it.
That's right, Lair of the Shadow Broker. So long story short, Liara became an information broker in her time searching for Shepard's body, but in the process, her ally, Adrel, was captured by the Shadow Broker. It's up to Shepard and crew to rescue him and topple the Shadow Broker. Alone, it doesn't sound like much, but once you break it down, it's an action-packed sci-fi adventure. Assassins try to kill Liara in her yuppie apartment on Ilium, you go to an office building and are ambushed by the Shadow Broker's agents, then you get in a high-speed hover car chase that I can't even talk about right now, and then there's a Spectre, then you sneak on top of the Shadow Broker's ship and fight off his guards, then you get in an epic battle with him and Liara becomes the Shadow Broker. Man, now that's an epic side quest. And how do we conclude an epic side quest? With a tasteful love scene. Oh yeah.
Therefore, to conclude this episode, I'm gonna go fuck Mass Effect 2. Minimal casualties. Hey everyone, it's me, Chip Roberts. I now have tab all over my face. Thanks for watching my video. I really appreciate you guys liking and commenting and subscribing. It really helps out when you share on your social media to all your friends. If you have any, I don't have any, so I can't share it to my friends, which is why I need you to do it. All right, everybody, I think that my face looks fat, so you should tell me what you think in the comments below. Tell me if I look fat. If my nipple looks fat, if I do this, do I look fat? Anyways, thanks guys, take care, namaste.